Hello. Feeling slightly brave at the minute, and if that feeling passes, I'll stop. Just wanted to talk a little bit about my project this week, which was my first step into making fat art. Yeah, feels weird me saying that because all I can see is just my face on a freaking camera. I think I know what I want to say, and just want to talk about that direction that I'm hoping to go in, and how it's developed and what I think it could lead to. Or more than anything, just how I feel about it. Yeah. I think a lot of you know that I first came out, as it were, about my preference for plus size men when I was 18 years old. I'm 34 now, so yeah, I'm an old girl. And yeah. And so, even though I've always been upfront and liberated about that, I've never been liberated enough to put that down on paper. As a lot of you probably know, my confidence has always been like a roller coaster all through my life, ever since I was a youngster. As I say, it's been a bit of a journey, and this week, during lockdown 2020, I actually tackled it. I suppose I should start with the present. At the beginning of lockdown, I always said that I was going to be as productive as possible, and by productive that meant by doing online courses to add a few more strings to my bow, to my CV, and also give myself the chance, rather, and stumbling over my words, to work on some projects that I have been meaning to do for months and months, but also get down and do some projects that I've been meaning to do forever. So I wanted to do some projects to do with fat art, plus size art. Yeah, I said at the beginning of 2020 that I was going to do it, but then of course things changed, and well, the whole world changed. So I've got to this point where I'm here. I've been in lockdown, on furlough for about 3-4 months, and I could literally be called back to work within the next few weeks or even days. So time is of the essence, and I thought to myself, okay, what else can I do? What else can I tackle? And I thought, yeah, get this artwork done, these projects done. But even now, I still wasn't doing it. And that explains why I've been really quiet the last few months, rather, since June. I've had to really think about what it is that's actually stopping me from doing so much. And by doing so much, I mean, like, why have I always been terrified of public speaking? Why have I put off projects so many times? Why do I stop myself from pursuing so many aspects of my life? Why? And the thing is, all through my 20s, I mean, I was in and out of employment, rather. I was jobless and broke for several years in a row. I was breaking up with friends. I was in and out of depression several times to varying degrees, and dealing with some bereavement in the family as well. So my 20s was a very tumultuous time. But now I'm in a more financially stable position for now. I mean, the way 2020 is going, anything could go down. I actually don't have any excuses left to stop myself from doing what I want to do. I had to ask myself, why am I finding it so difficult to put this part of myself down on paper? During this time, I've had to actually question myself, why is that? What is actually stopping me from doing this fat art, doing this plus size art? And for a start, I think because that's personal. It's personal. It feels like these projects are particularly personal to me. Every piece of artwork that I put out there online is up for scrutiny. You get used to people not liking or liking your artwork. It comes with the territory. However, with this, it feels like if I put this artwork or these projects up, it will be up for scrutiny on a personal level, because it's a part of me down on paper. And because of that, and acknowledging that part, I've had to actually think about, like, why am I so terrified and why am I so anxious about that, and what is adding to the anxiety and what's adding to the fear, as it were. And I have to say, I've had to go to some pretty deep, dark places, to some parts of my past, which has resulted in this anxiety and this fear that has blighted me throughout my youth and through my adulthood and up to this point. It's not been pleasant, it's been extremely difficult, and it's resulted in me taking a break from doing any kind of artwork as I try and figure out what it is that's causing that, so that I can get through that and then get down to do this project, which I have just completed this week. Rambling on a bit. I hope I don't get to save this to IGTV. I probably won't, because this is me just whittering on now. I need to figure out how to do IGTV so that I can block out all the rubbish. This is my picture of Kelly. I'll call her Kelly for now because she's got many stage names on social media. I'll call her Kelly for now. And within the first 24 hours, I was expecting messages and comments of all sorts, expecting crumbs knows what within the next 24 hours. But I thought, you know what, I'll just take it, because that's what I do. And I was expecting and imagining all sorts to be on my social media the next morning. I have to say that the response I actually got was everything other than what I expected. The messages and comments that have come through from people has been so overwhelming, and everybody's just been so nice and supportive and so sweet. It makes it look like I've got two separate levels of hair. I'm finding it difficult to even sort of comprehend the reception that I've got. It's not just from fat activists and fat positivity pages or body positivity pages, it's from friends in general and followers in general, and it's made me feel extremely humbled and extremely thankful, and it's made me feel even more positive that I am on the path I'm meant to be on. When I first came out about my preference for plus size men, I was only 18 years old. I'm gonna say it anyway, but back in the 90s and early 2000s, which is when I was growing up, which is my youth, and when I was going through my adolescence, there weren't that many overweight people or young people in the UK at that time, and fat phobia was relentless back then towards anybody who was overweight, even slightly. And there was not much variation in body types, in fashion, or just in general at that time. The world was a very different place 20 odd years ago. And the thing is, the way people have reacted to this one project that I've done, the first step into making fat arts this week, it just leaves me also thinking to myself, gods, what did I do? Blimmin' hiding myself, my true self, away from social media for so long, considering that I've been sharing my artwork and myself on social media for 12 years. And I think to myself, why did I do that? But you know what? We're all on our own journey, and, as I say, the world was a different place 15 odd years ago. We are living in slightly more woke times in terms of body image, in terms of how we view ourselves, and in terms of more attention being given to more varying types of body and image. And so I simply feel that, well, I'm not bitter about it at all, the fact that I took so blinking long to get to this point of where I feel like I can share that side of myself, my more true self. So it's been an absolute revelation, and I feel very happy and able to be in this point, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful for being in this position, really. But I'm not there yet. I'm still not feeling quite brave enough, and I'm still not feeling quite liberated enough to share that side of me absolutely completely, and it is going to be in steps, because I still feel very safe with this project that I've done this week, because it's still a woman. It's a woman, and I need to make my first finished piece of a fat man project. I still need to do that. I still need to conquer that. But it will come in time. In time it will come. One day I will be there in some way, shape or form. But this is me going forward. This is my direction going forward in this way. And I can only do what I can in whichever small steps I can. And I just want to say, finally, just try be you as much as you possibly can. I know it's scary, but just try to be as true to you as you possibly can. You never know where that's going to lead, and you never know what that's going to do for you and your heart. I know it's a frightening prospect, but just try to be as you as you possibly can be. Just try not to hide who you really are. And that's what I want to say, really, is be you, be true as much as you can. You can do it. And hope you guys have a nice evening. That's it from me. Ta-ta.